Hello, good morning, and welcome. My name is Fluffy Narwhal. This is my first ever video, my first ever upload to YouTube. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing a game that I enjoy. I haven't really played too much. Oh, I can have a mustache? Oh, I don't know about that. That's better. Walrus? Oh, there's Walrus. That's a fat narwhal. Alright, I like fat narwhal. Okay. Alright, I dig it. I'm liking this. What are we gonna do for... What are we gonna do here? Indifferent? That's how I am most of the time. Exhausted? Yeah, that too. Got 2 kids. That's fair. Smart. Grin. Angry. We're gonna be... Well, no. We're gonna be... Ooh. Mellow. Alright, anyways, my name is Fluffy Narwhal. This is a game called Vintage Story. I have a couple hours into this game, so I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of don't really know what I'm doing. But, we're gonna run with it, and we're gonna just see how it goes. Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, for sure. We're gonna be Hunter. I like this. I like the bows. Animals in this game are pretty dangerous. Being able to combat that from a distance is gonna be useful for us. Alright, so first things first, you know, basic stuff. Anyways, this is Vintage Story. So for those of you that don't know what Vintage Story is, it started out as a mod for Minecraft, and the developers decided that it just wasn't working out for them. You know, being a mod on Minecraft with the limitations that Minecraft had, it wasn't really what they were looking for. So they sought out to make their own game. This game has been out for a couple years now, I think. And yeah, this is what they came up, right? Ooh, a worm. Look at that thing. Ugh. Yeah, so, I mean, kind of same gist as Minecraft, right? Everything's blocky. Here we go, here we go. But different at the same time. This game has a very unique crafting system that is unlike anything else I have seen. So let's kind of get into that a little bit. So look at this nice, beautiful lake. Actually, before we do that, let's look at our map. Whoa, that's pretty sick. All right, cool. Yeah. So there's this thing called napping. What you need for napping is some flint and either 2 pieces of flint or a piece of flint and a stone. So to do this, we're gonna start off by making a spear. Just because we want to, you know, protect ourselves. And this is kind of like the napping system. So everything's broken up into these little cubes, and you break your pieces off into the shapes that you need. And this is for smithing and everything else that goes along with it. Still kind of the same crafting style, right, as Minecraft. You know, your 3x3 grid there. But like the crafting components is much different. We're also going to need a flint blade. So the cool thing with this, right, is like I have to get rid of this whole section right here. See all these yellow blocks? That's what I have to get rid of. But if I want to get rid of like just this, I can do that. I don't have to hit every block. So you can see it kind of chunks away there. But if I leave one block connected, it's all still there. And now it's gone. Alright, so we have a spear. We have a knife. That should be enough to kind of get us going here. Things that we're looking for right off the rip are going to be food. Obviously, we're going to want mushrooms, berries, foraging style food. We're also going to be looking for clay. Oh, that's a snake. We're also going to be looking for clay. Clay is pretty important for us to kind of get started here. And we're not going to find much of it in the forest here, so we'll probably head out maybe towards this big open area and see what we can see. Animals in this game are super dangerous, so we're going to watch out for anything of the sort like that. Well, there's some resin on that tree right there. So we're going to mark this. So this game has a really cool interactive map. And some tin bits. So resin's going to be helpful for us later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll all the way in, and we're going to mark on our map that there is resin. And that will leave us a little reminder. So when we get to the point where we need resin, we can come back and collect that. I don't want to collect it now because these spots right here, 1 through 0, is literally all I have for inventory space. So I only have 10 spots right now, which really is not a lot at all. Like, at all. So, some sand, some forest floor, which is just dirt. As far as dirt goes, there's 3 different kinds of dirt. So you have low fertility, medium fertility, and high fertility. High fertility is the stuff that you want. That's what you want to farm on. You can farm on all of it, but you don't really want to use low fertility soil, right? Forest floor is also just low fertility soil. Ah, here we go. Some cattails. This is what we're looking for here. This stuff will give us reeds, and we can use reeds to create some baskets, give ourselves a little bit more inventory space. You can see on the right hand side over here, down here, there's those 4 inventory spots. You can put containers in there. I think later on in the game you can get backpacks with leather and things like that. But for now we're just going to create ourselves some simple little baskets and start there. The other thing that's cool about this game is it does kind of have its own little guidebook. So if you hit, oops, I want to stab the reed, I want to cut it. If you hit H on the keyboard, it's going to give you your survival handbook, and in here is all kinds of good stuff. All the items, recipes, animals. Now I do have a couple mods installed, and I can link those in the description for what I'm running. And so if you want to play along, you guys can do that as well. But let's find something like that we can build here. Like if we want to build a, oh boy, catfish mounted, we're going to need some borax, catfish, obviously, some grass, and a ruined stiletto. And that's going to make a catfish that's going to mount us for us. So there's lots of things you can do in this game. Build your houses, collect animals, collect trophies. It doesn't have an achievement system. I guess just progressing in the game is the achievement. As you'll see, it can be pretty complex. So that sense of accomplishment is definitely there. I have been planning this day. I have 2 kids. Finding time to do anything is difficult. So I have been planning this day to start my video making journey for a while. So you'll have to excuse me. I am also sick, so my voice probably doesn't sound what it normally will. Oh, look, some blue clay. We're gonna mark that on the map. My voice doesn't sound normally what it probably would be. And you'll see me pausing. Oh, and red clay. Look at that. You'll see me pausing frequently to go and cough. Cough as I type cough. Red clay. We're gonna make it red. Cool. Red clay is actually what we're looking for. Before we get doing that, oh, some flint. Perfect. We're going to make ourselves a shovel. So we can dig up this clay. Now, I know it kind of seems like I know what I'm doing here when it comes to the Vintage Story, but very quickly we'll all see exactly how much I don't know what I'm doing. Beginning of the game, I kind of know what's up. But as we further progress, it's going to be a learning journey for us together. So we're going to gather up some of this clay. I think the max stack is 64 for clay. We got 52, 57. Alright, and then wait, we do have to maybe find a semi-decent place to build our base, I guess. Somewhere kind of secure that animals aren't just gonna walk in on us, you know? Because they will. Bears will just they'll tromp right up on you. They don't care. And let me tell you, you don't want to find yourself up against a bear. It'll not gonna be fun for anybody, you know. Yeah, they'll put you down quick, a lot faster than you can put them down. That's for sure. I guess right under this tree is where we're gonna build our base. Or maybe this one. This one's a little lower down. Hopefully we don't catch it on fire. Ooh, some fish. We could catch some fish. We can eat those, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so first things first, we're going to dig some holes. I don't want to put it right on the tree. I don't want to catch it on fire, which it may end up catching on fire anyways, because I'll show you what we're going to do here. Alright, we're going to start with this one clay, because we just want to get rid of it. So we need a clay bowl. And left clicking will remove with clay. Right clicking will add. And you can, if you hit F, you can have different sizes, 1 by 1, which is obviously just one block, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, and then you can duplicate layers. So take that, we're going to put that in our pit kiln, which I guess it's not a pit kiln yet, it's just a hole in the ground. But this stuff does take a whole day to fire, so that's why I'm kind of rushing towards it now, because it will take some time to get going. And then we can get on our merry way while this stuff cooks. Make ourselves a crucible, which we'll need for smelting down ore. We're gonna need a cooking pot. We can make ourselves some food. You wanna start cooking really as soon as possible. Eating raw ingredients is fine for the first, couple meals, but after that, you really should be making stews and soups. It makes the food go so much farther, and it's way more worth it. Alright, where were we? Cooking pot. Okay, we're gonna stick a cooking pot in there. What else do we need? We don't really need a flower pot. Anything else that... Oh, we make a bowl? We made a bowl. Did we make a cooking pot? No, I don't even remember. What's in the hole? Clay bowl, a cooking pot, and a crucible. Oh, we need a crock. Make a clay crock. And what crocks will do, will make it so that after we cook something, we can store it and then cook something else in our cooking pot. Normally, these crocks, you would end up, at some point, we'll end up with a whole bunch of them. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to get that one cooking. We're going to need some grass, some dry grass. You get that by just cutting grass. And this is how you do a pit kiln. You kind of just follow the instructions, right? When I put my cursor in there, you can see 2 dry grass, shift to construct. I'm going to add 2 more dry grass. Then it wants some sticks, more sticks. And now it wants logs or peat. Have we seen peat yet? I don't think we've seen any peat yet. If we can't find any peat, we're just gonna chop down a tree and make some logs. That's a nice looking pond. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna. Okay, let's make an axe. Axe head. Okay. Alright, we got an axe now. We'll just chop down this. This is a small tree. It's a really small tree. I try not to chop down too many, like, pines. Pines grow resin, and we like resin. We'll need that later on in the game. I mean, there obviously, we can find a pine forest and probably get more resin than what we'll get from these couple trees right here. But cutting down trees, so obviously you can see you cut down the whole tree. Some cobblestone there. And you also get some sticks from that. Actually, I'm going to mark this little spot on the map so I just don't lose it. Put our pit kilns here. And then to get firewood, we're just going to do that. Now we have 24 firewood. We can stack that up in here. And then we need to light it. So we're going to eat our worms here just to save ourselves some inventory space. And we need to make a fire starter, which is going to be 2 grass and a stick. Actually, is it 2 sticks? It is 2 sticks, okay. So then okay, we'll put you. Oh, I forgot we have inventory space now, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so now we have a fire starter, and then we're just gonna shift right click on this, and we're just gonna light this pit kiln. And that's lit, as you can see, it takes 20 hours of in-game time for that to cook. Okay, so that's cooking. That's started. Cool. Now we're gonna need some. This whole tree's gonna catch on fire. I just have a feeling. We're gonna need to make some. We need a pickaxe mold. And these molds are how you get like, your first basic tools, right? You melt down copper, pour it in the mold, and then wait for it to cool. So kind of like how it works in real life. Sometimes the easiest way to do these is tree on fire. Oh, everything's on fire. Alright, whatever. Just let it burn. What was I saying? Yeah, kind of like how it works in real life, right? Make a mold, pour your metal in there, wait for it to take the shape. My aim is off today. You can really hear that tree burning over there. Now, molds have to go in by themselves, so now we're going to repeat that same process. And we'll probably do one more. We'll probably make a prospecting pick. We're going to need that to find our... We're going to need that to find our... Ore that we're going to use. And I'll show you guys how to use that. I'm not super sure, honestly, how to use it myself, but we'll figure it out. Some sticks here. Everything's on fire. This whole place might burn to the ground. I don't really know. Okay, sticks. Good. Firewood. Good. And we're gonna light it. Maybe one day we'll light it. You can hear this tree burning. Maybe it'll just catch fire. Okay, we got it. The fire is starting to spread kind of rapidly. Maybe we should try and put it out here. I don't want to burn everything down. Hoping I can just burn myself. Stick is burning still. That's okay. Oh, this tree burned to the ground, which is fine. Okay, cool. We did it. We saved the trees. Now, if it starts to rain, those fires are going to go out. So we're just going to make ourselves a little primitive cover for them here. So they can continue to burn, but if it rains, it won't get covered. And I guess we'll start the process for these two over here. And this can be our little pit kilns for now. Oh, I don't need the eagle fern. I need these. And we're gonna make a axe mold because we're gonna need lots of wood. So we're gonna start with this. And then I always like, when we're making the molds, I always like to do it this way. I find it much easier to fill the whole thing and then cut out the parts that you need. Cut out the parts that you need. I find it much, much, much easier to do it this way than to fight with it, you know. Trying to get every last piece squared away. So now, with an open inventory slot, we'll take this and stick that in the hole, and we'll just make the next one too, which, what did we just make? An axe mold, so we need a clay prospecting mold. We're going to do the same thing. Duplicate the layer, and then we'll just go back through and remove all those yellow blocks. Personally, I find this is the easiest way to do it. This game is also very click intensive. There is I believe there's a dexterity mode, so if you have issues with lots of clicking or anything like that, it kind of can help out with that. So we need some more grass here, which we have 2 of them, so we're gonna probably need a bunch. And you can see, like, as you cut, you can get sides, the grass gets shorter. So like when you build your house, the grass will grow, and you go outside and you cut it with a scythe, and you can use the dried grass for whatever it is that you need to use the dried grass for. Let's see if we have enough to do these 2. There's 1. There's 2. We definitely don't have enough sticks, so we're gonna go get some sticks. Oh, jeez, I thought that was a bear for a second. No, I just threw some stuff over there. So to get sticks, you want the branchy leaves. Sometimes your tools will break, which is unfortunate, but it happens to the best of us, right? You want the branchy leaves. Those are what produce the sticks. And you don't get, if you just cut the tree down, you don't get as many sticks as you do doing it this way. So I always go through and, if I need sticks, I'll chop all the sticks out of there first before I chop the tree down, which that was only 1 log, so it's not even really worth it. But we're gonna do this now. And put some firewood on top. And these are pretty small items that we put in there. The bigger items that you put, like if you build a clay vessel, which is much taller, much bigger, you have to put more material in there to cover it up to create your pit kiln. So we'll get this one lit. Maybe one day we'll get it lit. As you progress in the game, you can make better ways to create fire. This is taking an exceptional amount of time. Usually it doesn't take this long. Our RNG right now is just not good. Okay, we got it. Cool. And yeah, we were due, so we got that one on 1 star. So these have a couple hours to go. What do we have in here? Clay pickaxe mold, clay axe mold, and prospecting pick. Okay, yeah, cool. That should be a good start for us. We are going to end it now. Our first video. We will definitely be back to play some more. I appreciate you guys being here. If you've made it this far in the video, if you watched the whole thing, I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is my first video, so I mean, I'm recording on OBS right now. I don't even know if this is going to make it to YouTube, so I mean, we'll see. But I'll definitely be making more videos and uploading them. Watch them if you want. Or don't, whatever. I'm just doing this for fun. Figure I play these kinds of games, so I might as well record it and share it with you guys. Yeah, so we're going to stop here for now. And cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.